Are you ready to have those eye gunks? I know, buddy. We are in night number 3. This is Wednesday, hump day of our first annual, see if I can remember it in the future, around this time next year, donation live week. It has been successful so far. We will see what tonight brings. Because you never know. You never know what the Max Cat might say. He's a good little Maximus, isn't he? All right, I'm not seeing any. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, I don't see anybody chatting. I know there's a few folk in here so far. Hello there, Debbie and Rosemary. How you all doing? As you can see, Maximus is in the same starting position of Tuesday and Monday nights. Seems to be his spot up here on this desk where he can look out and see what's going on. Hello there, Linda. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Wednesday, one and all. Happy hump day. Hopefully you all are doing well on this day. Rosemary, yes. I will say, when asked, yes. PayPal is not a better donation for me per se, but it is a better donation for what we are doing, yes. Because YouTube takes 30% of any supers, and PayPal takes literally just pennies. So I always like to say, just as an example, if somebody donates $100 through a YouTube super, I'm just giving that as an example because it's just a nice round number. YouTube will take $30, it's 30%. If somebody gives a PayPal donation of $100, the person getting that, receiving that, will get $98, $97, something like that. Hello there, Lavender. Hello there, Lewis. How you doing? How you doing? What's really hot, Rosemary? Sorry, Mr. Maximus. Hello there, Connie. How you doing? Now, Rosemary has an appointment tomorrow. I'm almost still tempted just to switch Rosemary's appointment out because, I don't know, Rosemary might be fooling us, but she's been eating well the last 2 days. Knock on this. And Max's eyes are getting a little bit better. There's a good shot of his eyeball right now. Yeah, he's doing a little bit better. He had his first doxycycline pill again last night. Usually it takes a couple of days for it to see an effect with the doxy. 102, that's not too bad, Rosemary. That's not too shabby. Jesse, do they scratch up the furniture? Absolutely. These are cats. You got kitties prepared for scratched up furniture. You got doggies, prepared for them to eat your underwear. Hello there, Catitude. How you doing? Thank you all for joining us on this day 3 of these 5 straight day live streams. I know it sounds like a lot of days, really, 5 straight, right? But when I was working on getting my what's called watch hours on this channel, I went live for 90 straight days or something. Because I wanted to get those hours, and I finally did after 90 straight days of going doing these live streams, hour at a time, usually. Hello there, Kitty King. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? The cool thing about live streams is you never know like what they're going to bring. You never know what new people might pop on. You never know what kind of conversation. Hello there, Maya. What kind of conversation is going to be, kind of done, or how the conversation is going to go. I don't script anything, so it's kind of like whatever pops up, pops up. Wait a Maximus. Yeah, Kitty King. I guess YouTube didn't like hairballs. I don't know. Who knows? YouTube's kind of silly sometimes. Hey, Maximus, he's a good little boy. Today is our house is officially not on the market, like officially, but it is in the like what's called a coming soon phase. We go live on Saturday officially, but it is technically on the market as of today. I looked at Zillow. Zillow is like a pretty big real estate agency group. Some of you probably have heard of Zillow, and got a decent amount of views and saves so far. Jesse, what do you mean live? I'm not sure what you mean by your question, Jesse. Can you rephrase your question? I appreciate the kind words there, Rosemary. We're the last home we sold, we had one showing and then one offer and then we were out of there. But we got a feeling based on what the market is doing nowadays and based off of what our agent was telling us that it's more nowadays you're expected to be in for a few months until you're finally done. So it could be about 3 months altogether, but we'll see. Get right, Mr. Maximus. Connie, I'm hoping soon you're going to get that toy. It's been now 10 days, I think, since I shipped that up to Canada. The last I checked, because I check the tracking number every so often, um, it should be soon, hopefully. Jesse, do they got camera in your house all the time for view? No, 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 they do not, Jesse. Although Jesse, kind of talking about that somewhat, I might be talking about the different something different though. I would eventually love to have like a 24/7 live stream where I'm not talking, of course, 24/7 because that would be insane. But I have something going on though 24/7 where there's a constant feed, like maybe in like a cat room, like in like say Rosemary's room, or if we uh start up fostering again and we have like a dedicated fostering room. I think that'd be kind of cool to have, something that people can just kind of check in on and always just see some kittens playing or maybe sleeping, or I don't know. I just think that'd be kind of a neat thing to do eventually. I might look into that. Connie, you check the tracking number. It is in Montreal, Quebec. Okay. Hopefully that's pretty close. You can see some of the crust there, especially like right there. We need to get we need to get some we need to wipe this eye. We got a little bit of dry crust going on there. I appreciate that Debbie donating that $5 through PayPal. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That'll always, always be helpful. I think so far, friends, all together this week, with all the supers and now PayPals and stuff like that, I want to say we've raised about $200 so far in like 3 days, which is just amazing. Very grateful. Rosemary, do you know what reference that was? No, Rosemary, I'm slow at the moment. I'm not sure. Hello there, Sue. How you doing? How you doing, Sue? Kitty King, you've always used amoxicillin or amoxicillin for your kitties. Never had the doxy. So, Kitty, Max has had dox or amoxi before as well, but he throws up on amoxicillin, so we can't do amoxi for him. We got to do doxy, and so far doxy has done well. Maximus, I'm gonna turn you around, buddy. I know you got like leaky eyeballs, and you're ashamed because you think you look so ugly right now, but you don't. Lewis, Adam or Catherine, those two houses on stilts on the shoreline in Rodanith, are those rentals? I have no idea, Lewis. My wife might know, but I couldn't tell you. Oh, I guess they're condemned. Yeah, you can see Max has definitely got some inflammation in those eyes. He's got some, yeah, he's definitely not doing well at the moment. Hopefully, when we live stream tomorrow night, his eyes will be looking better, so you can see kind of the improvement on a couple of days of doxy. But right now, they are looking a little rough still. Maya, yes, my wife is definitely the voice of reason. I am the voice of insanity. I know, buddy. If anybody is new, listening here, listening to my ramblings and looking at Mr. Maximus here, one of our 9 kitty cats that we live with, you want to say hello, feel free to. If you want to be part of a community that I'm starting to call now the most giving community, cat community on YouTube, feel free to become a part of the community as well. I know, buddy. Yeah, Max. Yeah, I know. I know. Let's get some of that dried up crunk out of those eyes, buddy. Now, I'm hoping that there is a potential with Max's eyes that it could just be diabetic related. Sometimes diabetic cats can just always have some eye issues because they have a compromised immune system. No, we obviously never faced this really with Zelda, but Max has obviously been a different story than Zelda. So, he might just always have some eye flare ups and so just some eye issues. Thank you, Sue, for the super. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Sue. Ugh, ready to fall out of this chair. At least the one positive I will say, I will tell you all as far as Max goes here tonight and the last few days since this started back up, is it hasn't affected his eating. He's been eating well during his meals. It hasn't affected his glucose numbers either. His glucose numbers have been pretty good because we poke him before we insulate him. So he hasn't been like going crazy high or anything. Hello there, Bruce. Hello there, Bruce. Yeah, we do have L-Izine, Sue. Excuse me. Right now, Sue, I will say though, we got him some other stuff. For us, L-Izine, it's there's the powder form, but right now we really don't want to give something more, put something more into his system. Um, but there's the gel form as well. Um, the thing is, Sue, we don't know if this is like bacterial slash viral, right? Or if it's more environmental allergies related. Um, but I do know what you're saying though. Um, Bruce, this is the same thing, Max, with Max Bruce. Just he's still having these eye issues. We gave him his first doxycycline again last night. We'll give him another tab of doxy again tonight. Um, but I mean, he's had this kind of flare up now 3 times in about maybe 8 weeks or so. So, is it an allergen? Is it caused by some kind of viral issue or bacterial issue? Because if it's viral, there's really nothing we can do. Um, if it's bacterial, that's why we put them on the doxy again, because doxy is a very wide, broad antibacterial medicine that covers a lot of different bacteria that might be going on. So that's kind of where we are right now. I mean, another thing also, it could be stress, right? Because I'm a firm believer, and let me know if you are all as well. I think kind of like what we as humans, kind of like what's going on with us, like what's going on in our lives, if we're stressed or if we're like relaxed and things like that. I think cats and dogs, in particular, uh, feed off of that energy. Hello there, Gemma. Lewis, can you give Max a kiss on the top of your head, on the top of his head? Yeah, I can. Let me. There we go. Rosemary, appreciate the PayPal donation as well. Thank you. Very kind. So sometimes he doesn't look too bad. Like right now, that third eyelid, y'all can see that third eyelid is raised, right? You can see it's raised like a little bit, but at least it's clear. It's not like red looking. It's pretty white looking, like, so that's better. But I don't know. Yeah, it's not inflamed right now, Maya. But the thing is, I mean, a couple hours go by and then it's like this is one's red again. And I think right now his other one, like, I know, Maxie. I know. Like this one, see, this one is, right? I'm just kind of opening it up a little bit. You can see where that third eyelid is, and you can see that redness going on. And we got to wash his face off again here. We try to get his face washed like a few times, at least a few times every day. Now, thankfully, I don't know how much y'all know about some of these things, but hopefully we haven't had to test his ketones here recently. So that's good. Man, we're already at 20 minutes. Wow, geez. I get here talking about Max and what's going on with Mr. Maximus, and all time goes by. Crazy. All right, well, we need to start wrapping up the time here with Mr. Maximus so we all can see what the other cats are doing. I mean, you already know what they're doing. They're just laying on a bed or sleeping because we have some exciting kitties here, as always. I don't have any new news on the potential other kitties, other kittens that we might be bringing on. So everything's still kind of the same as far as that goes. Rosemary has her vet visit tomorrow. So she goes in tomorrow morning at 9. All right, Mr. Maximus, you got lots of love here on the other end, okay? You want to say goodbye to them? Hello there, Mackenzie. I am doing okay, Mackenzie. We were just hanging out with Mr. Max. He's one of our special needs kitties. How are you doing today? CRK Carissa Rosa. The cat looks like your kitty. Awesome. All right, friends, let's go ahead. We're going to leave Mr. Maximus alone for now. Mackenzie, you are 12 years old. Can you watch? Yes, Mackenzie, you can watch. Absolutely. This is a PG rated stream. Nothing crazy. We just show off these cats here. We got 9 all together, Mackenzie. All right, we're going to say goodbye to Max. Probably guarantee you probably Viota's at the door here. Yep. Yep. Hi. I know. You got to back up. Baby, back up. Yoda. All right. What's up, Yoda? All right, Yoda. Come on. Icon, hello. I'm not sure if I said hello to you, Icon. So those who are new here, this calico right here is the baby. The toy obsessed one here is Yoda. The kitty that's eating a little bit of dry food right now, that's Kit. The orange tabby on the bed is Tang. All right, the baby's going to the bathroom, so I'm going to get the camera off of her, give her a little bit of privacy. The other tuxedo in the tote here is Tiny. Jesse, no, he has been obsessed with multiple toys through the years. This is just his latest obsession. He does have another toy that's like a feather toy, Jesse, that he literally like puts in his mouth and he carries it up and down the stairs. CRK Carissa Rosa. I don't consider myself a good owner. I don't consider myself an owner. I appreciate the kind words though. I look at myself, I'm more like a cat guardian, cat parent, caretaker. I don't own these cats, they own me. And I know it might just be a word for some people, but how a person kind of sees themselves, I think really determines the kind of person that they will be for their cats as time goes on. Because, and I'll give you an example, CKR, and what I mean by this. So to me, like a owner, let's say a cat has an issue. I don't know. Let's say they start peeing on the floor for some reason. I think your typical cat owner might do something in the beginning, but they're going to get tired of the cat peeing on the floor and they're just going to dump them into a shelter or worse. Hate to say it, but I think that's what probably happens, unfortunately. Whereas a cat parent, guardian, caretaker, etc., will really dig into what's going on. They will find out. They will do blood work. They will do, they will do whatever is necessary to get their kitty to kind of figure out what's going on with the peeing of the floor on the floor. And because they understand that you bring a life like this into your home and into your heart, it's a lifetime commitment. It's not, well, we're going to keep them until they aren't cute anymore, or we're going to keep them as long as they don't scratch up our furniture, or as long as they don't become a hassle or a headache to us. It's lifetime. It's their entire life. You should be responsible for. And to me, a lot of that just isn't going on. I appreciate the Mackenzie. I appreciate. I didn't see what that was exactly. I think that was a ruby. I think. I appreciate that, Mackenzie. Thank you. Hello there, Bianca. How you doing tonight? We're doing well, Bianca. I hope you're doing well. Also. 100%. Okay. I appreciate that, Mackenzie. Thank you. Very kind of you. And also, Mackenzie, since I know you're new and you just kind of popped on here a few minutes ago. So what makes, I feel like, this channel different compared to, well, I'm not going to compare myself to anybody. So what makes this channel different is we donate all of our channel earnings to cat rescues across the world. We have about 25 or so that we donate to. We have kind of like a rotation. And at the end of this month, we'll be donating. We usually try to donate. We usually have about $300 each month that we're going to donate. So we'll be doing the same at the end of this month. All right, let's see who else is around. Let me go over, because I don't like to just show one cat. We like to show all these cats here, so you all can kind of get a look at them, especially those who are new. We got the baby coming over here. We got Pandora here. Pancakes. Pancakes is about 13 for those who are new to the channel watching here. We got Kit. Pretty much all these cats also are either rescues in one way or another, or foster fails, we call them. Also, Pandora was given to us, gosh, I don't know, 11 years ago now, maybe 10 years ago. I had a coworker who was moving out of North Carolina back to Colorado, and they couldn't bring all their kitties and doggies, so they said, "Could you take Pandora for us?" And I said, "Sure, we definitely can." This one, this Kit, and she definitely acts like a tiger as well sometimes, there, CRK. She's the enforcer. So when anybody's kind of fooling around or getting all silly, she's going crazy. Vibes by Anna. Hello there. Hello. Thank you for loving your pets. Family, I would call them, not pets, but you were wondering if you heard also that laser toys can cause stress. I've heard up and down things there, Vibes by Anna, as far as laser toys. I'm on the viewpoint that, I mean, obviously I use laser toys, but I do understand where you're coming from, because they never actually physically can catch the toy, that becomes an issue potentially. However, though, I think that can be supplemented by toys where they can catch it. So I think if a person is only using a laser toy, and that's it, then I definitely think that is problematic. But if they are enriching their kitties' lives by using other toys that's not a laser pointer, something that they can catch and something that they can feel, then I feel like it kind of makes up for it, as far as me. Yeah, Bianca, you got to go. Have yourself a good rest of your night, Bianca. It was nice seeing you as always, Bianca. Let's see, Lewis. The live action shorts are amazing. Oh, I do my best there, Lewis. They don't do too well, but you know, hey, that's okay. I enjoy doing them. Sue, laser toys are like chasing bugs. They can't always catch them either. Yeah, true. That's true, Sue. I haven't really thought of it that way. But I've heard, you know, again, I've heard the discussion. I've heard kind of like the pros and the cons of a laser toy. But I will continue to use them though. So, Vibes by Anna, if you are still here and if you are still listening, and if you want to continue to have that discussion, I am all ears. I mean, I'm the kind of person where I like to have discussions with people, as long as they remain, you know, calm, cool, and collective. I like engaging and talking with people that might have different viewpoints. I feel like, you know, overall as a society, we are kind of losing our ability to talk to others in a reasonable, rational way. Um, so looks like somebody's having a little bit of diarrhea. I don't know if you heard that, but it kind of like sounded like a squawking bird. Hello there, Mook Meek. How you doing? Um, yeah, the baby is pooping right now. FYI, sometimes I say things I shouldn't, perhaps, but hey, this is live. So she's got a little diarrhea going on, so we're gonna have to look into that a little bit more because that's not normal for her. Vibes, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad that you're still here. All right, let me see. Maya, think that we are failing as a society. That's why these communities are so beneficial, for sure. CKR, I like all cats too. Do you like all of cats? Yes. There are no bad cats there, CRK. There are just, I don't want to say bad humans, but humans that probably shouldn't be around these felines. Mook Meek, what do you do when a cat has diarrhea? Do they get treatment or does it usually go away on its own? It really depends, Mook. Uh, Sometimes, Mook, it's best to withhold food for like a day or so and just make sure they have a good source of water. Um, if it's been like 2 or 3 days and they're still having diarrhea, or if they have like blood in their diarrhea, like bloody diarrhea, it's best to take them to the vet right away so they can get something they might have like some kind of a inflammation going on in their tummy. So it's best to get them to the vet sooner than later as far as that goes. Um, Lewis, can you feed her a dry rice formula to tighten up those bowels? Lewis, this is the first for the baby having any diarrhea that I can remember anytime soon. And this is the baby. So we'll keep an eye on her. Normally we know if somebody's having diarrhea. We might, now I will say though, Lewis, we have been giving her, because she's a little skinny too, we've been giving her like a little bit of dry food, Fancy Feast dry. She hasn't had it all day, but she had it yesterday, though, and I think that might be just kind of giving her a little bit of an upset tummy. So we'll keep an eye on her, though. Hello, baby. Or hello, Pandora. Vibes, you're still here? You don't want to insist on something because I believe you can tell what's best for them? I agree. All right, let me just try to keep up with chat here. Meek, I'm glad I was able to answer your question. And if you have any other questions, Mook Meek, just let me know. I can do my best to answer them, and so can those in chat. Let me get up off the floor here. We're gonna visit Tang. Vibes, they are all so cute. I have to go, but as always, leave a like and try to support. Have a good day or night, everybody. Thank you for loving them. I appreciate the kind words there. Hello there, second tree from left. I remember, I think you're relatively new. I think I saw a comment recently from you, so I appreciate you popping in the live stream, just kind of seeing what things are about here. And Pandora, get your butt out of my face. I don't need to check your hiney right now. It's good and clean. You're good. There's no need to be shy. I appreciate people who sometimes say inappropriate things because I know they're sincere. Always suspicious when someone says something. I might have cut you off there, second tree. I know sometimes you can only say like a certain amount of characters, and then you gotta like have a second thing going on. Yeah, and Bruce, that's our guest too, potentially with the baby. She also, could feel some stress as well. Yes, Pandora. CRK, you have a doggy. What kind of doggy do you have there? And nothing against dogs, but I'm just more of a cat person, obviously. I had dogs. We had dogs in the family growing up, but I'm more for the cats. The only con about a cat, really, to me, is just the litter box, right? Obviously we have a lot. We have 8 litter boxes. And today, actually, I had to clean all of them. It was time, kind of overdue a little bit, a couple months overdue. I usually try to clean all the litter boxes like every 3 days or so. Dump the litter out, sanitize them with Dawn dish soap, clean them out, get them dry, and then get them new litter again. Let's not chew on that, honey. CRK, you have a Chow Chow. Awesome. Are those the white dogs, CRK? I do believe, like white and fluffy. Hi, Yoda. Let's look at Yoda for a second. He says, hello, humans. Maya, that's a good attitude to have. To honest with me, to be honest, I kind of am in the same boat. I think I said a couple nights ago on a live stream, people either love me or they hate me. There's usually no in between for me. It's either you love me, and if you do, awesome. And if you don't, that's okay. It's a big world. It's a big world out there. Hello, buddy. We got a few more minutes. Let's go look at Tiny, actually. Tiny's... Oh, and look at Zelda. So Zelda here is our other diabetic kitty, special needs kitty. Folks are always amazed when I tell them that Zelda is 20 plus years old. She's about 20 and a half now. She's obviously got a little bit of a limp going on, but for her age, it's to be expected. And she's always a good girl and uses her little stairs up to the bed. Kitty King, your area, it's hard to get a vet who takes weeks for appointments. They'll tell you to go to the emergency vet, which is very expensive. It truly is. Yes, it truly is. Hello there, Rowan. How you doing tonight? Oh, Lewis, it's all good. I'm glad that I'm liked. Bruce, Zelda's, she's Zelda. When I say like she's Zelda, she's just Zelda. Hello there, M. Martin. How you doing tonight? If you are new, hello and welcome. For 20, for being a diabetic, she's doing good. I can't complain. She's pooping well. She just keeps on going. She's like the Energizer Bunny. Now, eventually she will pass away, of course. And when she does, it'll be a sad day. But at this point, I feel like whatever time we have left with her is nothing but, like time, like it's like additional time that you don't expect. So, at a certain age, once a kitty, once a human, once they get past a certain age, any additional time you have with these cats is Golden, right? It's just golden. Second tree from the left. I see we have a similar approach to life and animals. I also believe that there are no ugly cats. Just being a kitty makes you pretty. Absolutely. Rowan, sorry, have you seen the Canadian kitty who turned 26 last Saturday? I think, Rowan, somebody, I want to say somebody in the community mentioned that, and I think I looked, but I can't remember Rowan right now, but that name does sound familiar though. That name definitely sounds familiar. Hi, baby. You're like, hello, people. I'm grumpy. CRK, you have three cats. Awesome. Hello, JB. Welcome, JB. I know you are newer, somewhat newer to the channel, newer to the community. So hello and welcome. Glad to see you on this live stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'll give Zelda a little bit of chin rub here. Let's see. Second tree from left. You have a question. Are you right in thinking that older cats lose their whiskers? You've seen a few 15 plus year old kitties who don't have them. Honestly, second tree, I am not sure. What do y'all think, chat? Do you have any experience in that? I don't. I'm looking at Zelda right now, and I think she's got all of her whiskers. So maybe some of those kitties, I don't know, second tree, had some sort of alopecia situation going on, or maybe it was genetics on their end. I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't think I've seen that before. But yeah, what about everybody else? What do y'all? What do you think? Have you heard or seen that before? I haven't. And that's the beauty of kitties, and that's the beauty of life is you always learn something new, and never be too old to keep on learning. Yeah, it looks like Maya saying she never known them to lose their whiskers. Catitude, no, never seen that either. Rosemary, one of the kitties, their whiskers just went gray. And then Bruce, second tree, Bruce's daughter just recently graduated and became a veterinarian. So she's a good source also that Bruce has for the community. We're gonna hang out here for just a few more minutes. I do want to go over to Chunky. Hello there, Maria. Now, most of you who have known me for a while, you know I'm gonna not be serious with this, but this is Tiny, and Tiny is shy sometimes. Now, Tiny, it's a bit of a oxymoron kind of name because she's not tiny. She's like 20 pounds nearly. And, well, you can see some of her, let's say, girth there. Sometimes tiny. Hi. I know, Tiny, you're upset. I'm making fun of you. I'm not trying to. Uh, Second tree, very possible, and in addition, there was no rule because one of them was free living and the rest were domestic. Yoda. Hi, Tiny. Everybody wants to see your pretty face. You're like a cow cat. I mean, literally, she's like well, she's a tuxedo, but she's kind of like a cow cat as well. Connie, your outdoor kitty Gibbs is 22 pounds. Yes, Tiny was tiny, like my wife was saying. Tiny was tiny when she was about 6 months. You wouldn't believe Tiny's athletic ability. Second tree, you're welcome. Absolutely, feel free anytime to ask any cat related or any questions in general. I'm very open. when I have these live streams. People can pretty much ask me whatever. You may not like the answer, but you know, feel free to ask. We're gonna hang out here for just a few more moments, and then we're gonna go check on the gremlin outside. Hi, buddy. I know you haven't gone too crazy with this Toyota, which is good. Orangey, Orangey, Kit. Hey, Kit. My wife will probably answer that question for you, but essentially that is really the biggest reason. Yes. You know, oh, Kit, that wasn't necessary. So Maya, to give you an example, when we for a few years lived down in the Wilmington area, which is close to the ocean, before that we lived up in Raleigh. And my wife would have allergies and have to have asthma treatments, albuterol, stuff like that, right? When we moved down there, she got off of asthma and she got off of all that stuff. She was much like being able to breathe like freely and not have any issues. When we moved back up into the Raleigh area again, where you have like more trees and more farms and just more vegetation and stuff like that, it started to develop again. And when we moved into this house, either because we're by a farm or because we're on a crawl space, her allergies kind of went into overdrive. And also, really, it seems like Max is also having also having some issues as well, it seems like. All right, so we're going to say goodbye to Tiny. We're going to say goodbye to this group right now. And we're going to go downstairs, get off the floor, and go visit some other kitties. Kit, no scratching the carpet, honey. You know that. We got to keep the carpet good. We got to sell this place so we can get out of here. All right. Let's go down the stairs.
Didn't make your stair comment.
No, I guess I did not make my stair comment. I figure everybody's getting old and sick of my stair comment. Second tree, it certainly is, but the problem is, Tang is the orange cat you might have saw briefly. He's like completely like tore up the carpets, like on the edges, so bad that we had to replace the carpet. And now we have to put blankets on the edges of the carpet just for him, because he's special. All right, Rosie. CRK, I appreciate the comment. Thank you very much. So this is Rosemary. For those who are either new or haven't been on a live stream and maybe have just seen a photo of her. She has a doctor appointment tomorrow. Ironically, because she has not been eating well, so she might need to get a Covinia shot. She has gingivitis. And we're trying not to get a dental for her because of her age and because of her condition. You know, anesthesia for older kitties is kind of scary because you never know, they just may not wake up. So we're just trying to prevent or delay that. Maybe we shouldn't, I don't know. Maybe we should just schedule a dental sooner than later, just get it done with, but here we are. So because of that, sometimes her eating is a little off and on. She'll go a few days eating perfectly fine. Then she will, want to eat like 4 different things in one day. And because of that, sometimes her poop is a little, let's say, inconsistent. Sometimes it's like soft served ice cream, and sometimes, it's like hard little nuggets. So, anyways, she has a vet appointment tomorrow. Yeah, Maya, they can get a little fussy. That is definitely for sure. I'm gonna just go away from her for just a second and show you just a little sunset going on here. Hello there, Gina, and hello there, T. Allen. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna get back to Rosemary for a second, but this is, sometimes the views we have out where we live. All right, so you can see some of the orange and reds and a little bit of the deep purple and all that stuff. So, but let me swing back to Rosie. So hopefully stuff like that will appeal for somebody who wants to buy this place sooner than later. Gina, I hope you and Tootsie are doing well. Wow, you're in Poland. Second tree from left. Okay. And is that like 2 o'clock in the morning? Must be like a night owl. Connie, what did you say? Your Misty needs dental food because she had some of her teeth removed. It sounds like Zelda, Misty. Zelda's only got like 4 teeth, but she eats just fine. Crazy enough. CRK, yes, we are moving. Our house is going on the market. Well, it's officially on the market like today, but it's not officially on until Saturday. But yes, we are moving out. Gina, what hurricane is it? It's not Hurricane Aaron, is it? Because I thought that was more like in the southern part of the country. Because Gina, I think if I remember correctly, I think you're up in Connecticut, right? I think. T. Allen, hopefully. But yeah, Rosemary here, she's a tortoiseshell. Those who don't know, I'm going to tell Rosemary's backstory. I'll keep it brief because of time. So, Rosemary, I worked in an animal hospital now about 3 years ago, roughly. And one day, an owner, and I use the term owner because I don't care for the term owner, but I'll use it in this context, brought in this cat. And she said that she couldn't take care of her anymore and she wanted to euthanize her. And she had already been to several other animal hospitals throughout the area. And they all said, no, we're not going to put down this cat because she's healthy. She's older. She's a little skinny, but she's overall healthy. And our animal staff, veterinarian staff, they looked over, they did an exam, all that stuff. And they also said, we can't, like, in good consciousness, good faith, put this animal down, put her down because she's healthy, she's old, she's skinny, but she's healthy. Through a physical examination, they found out that she was deaf as well, and that she has thyroid disease. She's on a medication still for it now as well. Sometimes her thyroid goes a little wonky, a little up, a little down, but overall it stays relatively consistent. So I was there for about 6 months, and several staff always told me and told others, like, hey, we're going to take in Rosemary, or, we're going to, like, bring Rosemary to our house. We're kind of going to adopt her. But nobody ever did. So I'm like, we're going to be moving out of the area, unfortunately. And this was down in the Wilmington coastal area of North Carolina. And I said, can we take Rosemary with us? Because I would rather provide her like a good quality home for however long she might be with us, compared to her just living, behind bars in a like 2x2 steel cage for the rest of her life. So thankfully, they said yes, you can take Rosie with you, and she's been with us now for nearly 3 years. It'll be 3 years come October, I want to say. So yeah, she's a little nutty. She's our little gremlin. But CRK, no, unfortunately, you can have Rosemary in the way that you can virtually have her at any time when you watch these videos or watch these live streams. So, hopefully that'll be good enough. Awesome, you're in the Philippines. I don't know if I've had anybody on these live streams with the Philippines. It's amazing how you do a live stream and you can talk to people around the world. I mean, you're in the Philippines. We got folks that are up in Canada. We got folks that are in, I want to say, I think Poland, if I remember correctly a few minutes ago. Probably other places, so it's crazy. Yeah, Gina, we got somebody in France. So yeah, Rowan, I forgot. I think I can't remember, Rowan, where you're from. I know it was somewhere in Europe, but I didn't want to say where because I wasn't quite sure. I thought it was France, but I wasn't positive. Are you having a grooming time here, honey? Are you going crazy? Oh. Hi, honey. Yeah, Kitty King, you're welcome. I mean, those of you who were on a live stream a couple of nights ago, I mean, we might be bringing in cat number 10 and cat number 11. Potentially, time will tell. Yeah, man, it normally does. These live streams normally go by quick. Especially, enjoying the conversation with all of you folks. We all might come from different places, have different backgrounds, maybe think differently on certain topics or whatever, but the one thing that unites us is our love of watching Rosemary lick herself. No, our love of felines, and that bond kind of ties us all together. But I am going to start wrapping up this live stream here. We are about an hour in, and I do these for about an hour or so. So I want to thank all of you for attending. Attending, it's like a seminar. No, I want to thank all of you for being here, listening to me ramble for the last hour. And yeah. I'll give you all time to say goodbye to each other and goodbye to Rosemary and these kitties. Again, we will be live tomorrow and Friday. We will be then done. We'll have our 1 hour or our 1 week of live streaming every day. I will, as always, leave with the kind of the parting message of, adopt, don't shop. If you're thinking of adopting a kitty, please think about adopting a senior cat. Senior cats, it takes them a lot longer to get adopted, so it's always difficult for them to get adopted. And always speak up for those who cannot. You are, the advocate for your feline, so always advocate for them wherever you're at, especially at a vet's office. you know, veterinarians, they obviously have the education. They know more overall about cats than we all do, but they do not know more about the cats that live with you than you do. So, but I'm going to just let Rosemary lick for a few more minutes, and then I will hit the X button. Second tree, take care. You and the kitties. Thank you for the time and the conversation. That is for sure. Yes, I am definitely a very interesting person. Absolutely, you nailed that one. Yep, for sure. All right. Well, anyways, I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Take care. God bless, and we will see. You know, hopefully, maybe some of you tomorrow, same time, same channel, same Rosemary, same other kitties. So. Until then, we'll say goodbye, Rosie. He says goodbye, humans. Look at my dirty nose.